Hello, I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my crafty space. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own little tea book using your regular sewing machine at home. All right, let's get started. Okay, so you will need, of course, a sewing machine, some ribbon for tying around the tea bag holder, 4 pieces of fabric around 7 by 9 inches, iron-on fusible webbing for the back, thread and needle. So when you first get started, you're going to go ahead and pick your 4 pieces of fabric, something that kind of goes together well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I would recommend at least one solid in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm planning on making 2 right away. So you have I have my 2 sets of 4, but I'm going to stick with 1 for now. How about I do this flower one for the video? So one of these pieces you're going to pick to be the main cover for your tea bag holder, which will be the outside. And I recommend a print for the outside. So let's take a look. Which one do I want to use for the outside? Do I want to use the flowers or the purple? I'm going to go with the flowers. So one of these is going to be the outside. So the one that you pick for the outside, you want to iron on some fusible webbing to kind of stiffen up the fabric and make it more sturdy. So step 1, iron. So once you take your fabric and you fold it in half, okay, so 2 of the colors are going to be folded in half. I would recommend a top stitch on your sewing machine, okay, just to kind of secure it so it doesn't come apart. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine next, do a top stitch on this purple piece I have, and a top stitch on this blue piece. And then once I have the top stitches on there, I will attach them to this back piece here, right there, kind of like that. Then I'm going to sew it down. And then the second piece is going to get put on like this, and I will sew it down, okay? And then once this is all sewn, we will stitch a line down the middle and then put on the other side, the right side facing down, and we're going to sew around the edge, leaving a space open down here in the middle. Okay, so then we're going to sew around the edge and then flip it inside out, and your booklet will be done. So I added the decorative stitch to both the folded pieces. I had a little decorative stitch on my simple sewing machine. It has different, on the purple one I kind of used a maroonish fabric, so you can't really see it that much, but here it is. And then next we're going to attach it. So here's the base fabric, and we could do the purple here or the blue. I think I want to do the blue first. Here we go. Yep. So I'll do the blue first, and I'm just going to stitch a line here on the bottom to secure it. And after that, we're going to stitch a line here on the bottom to secure it. So that's the next step. Okay, once you have the pieces sewn on, here we go, sewn at the bottom. Once you have those sewn and attached, you're going to fold it in half and create a little crease. I'm going to use my iron. And that way you know where to sew your center line on the sewing machine. Oh, well, I forgot to turn the iron on. Here we go. So, all right, and then once you open it, you should be able to see the crease so you can sew the center line on it. Okay, once you have your center line sewn on, you're going to take your other fabric, right side facing down, and you're going to stitch all around it. So remember to leave a space open on the bottom so that you can flip it inside out. So we're going to go stitch all the way around. There you go. So once you have all the pieces sewn, you're going to want to trim just a little bit away from the edge here and cut the corners. So I usually like to use my zigzag scissors to cut the corners away, and leave the opening right here, right there. Don't cut away that area, that way it flips inside out better, okay? Okay, so the next step is going to be, go ahead and flip it inside out. I like to use a bone folder, the kind of for the sides or the corners, so you can have those pointing out. So once you flip it inside out, this side will kind of curl in, and what you're going to do is just kind of whip stitch it closed. And I forgot to sew some ribbon on the sides, but that's okay. You can just tie the ribbon around the outside, and that will still work. Thank you for watching today's video. Again, if you'd like to have the ribbon inserted in it, you'd want to put the ribbon on before you put that last fabric facing down, and just sew the sides in. Again, thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.